Tamp it in with your hands or with the handle of the planting tool, or use the planting tool to carefully tap the earth back in around.
The big thing is you want to be far enough away that you're just not on top of each other.
And you're giving the trees room to grow.
I was about his age, young scout. Enjoyed coming up and camping with the troop, and did it for many years up until I was done with college. And when I missed several years when I moved out of the area after college, but when I moved back relatively closer to the area, we started coming up and bringing the family up, and now he's a scout, and this is his second year as a Boy Scout. He's planted all through his Cub Scout years too.
Well, we've always said that we never really knew why this thing took off like it did as a tree plant, but we know that the fort is part of the secret, and that Fort Robinson is a draw. And then of course doing a good turn for conservation, and the kids getting to plant trees and feeling like they did something, they earned something in return, is the SOAR badge patch that they can earn for doing 3 hours of service.
Yeah, you plant a tree by, you take one of those spades and you have to shove them into the ground.
Not J root, which is
J root or L root when it goes like just an L.
It has to be straight.
Part of the dirt has to cover, like, go up here, and then then you have to mound it up, like a mound, and then make a moat around it to collect snow and water.
When
it melts, it'll water the tree.
Okay. Go.
And so it's big enough to sustain itself, and then after you've made the hole big enough and everything, you can fill it in with dirt.
It's a good.
Are we good now? So what are we doing now?
We'll get some of that tree bark stuff.
Go get some mulch.
As of today, we hit 450,000 trees in the last 25 years.
And all of you scouts and volunteers who help plant trees, we have an important legacy in the history of Fort Robinson. Thank you for your service to this lasting project for future generations to enjoy.
I'm very pleased to be here, and I can tell you one thing, so is Vince, because he's right here in my heart and a lot of other hearts. And I can tell you he would be so proud of each and every one of you for being here and replanting these trees, because he really was a tree hugger. The tree had to be died on the ground before he would cut it down.
J.J. Kool-Aid!
Jacobista!
Jacobista!
Covisa longa!
Covisa longa!
Longa Jumanga! One more time!
One more time!
The food we're about to get! The food we're about to get! J.J. Kool-Aid!
J.J. Kool-Aid!
I've always said that what I see is I see a lot of kids say, man, we came back, we went out, we saw what we planted 10 years ago. It's wonderful. So that tells me they're coming back to a destination that they'd been here before and was intrigued with it. And that's what I've always said. And then, as I alluded earlier, Jim Lemon talked to me one day and he says, we got to keep this going because it's a legacy to future generations.
It's great. Today we had the opportunity to go out and do a ceremonial last tree plant. Planted the very last official tree for the entire event out amongst some of the very first trees that were planted 25 years ago. And it's great to be in that area and look at those trees again and think that we had a hand in helping getting those trees that are now 10 to 15 feet tall in the ground, and great to see them established and replenishing the forest in this area after the fire.